So I have you on the counter today. Hi. Hello. It's me. It's Laura. We're cooking. We're cooking today. We have a 2-year-old running around. So you will hear her. Welcome back. I started recording and then I changed my mind. But all I've done is add onions. Let's backtrack. On my last video, I had asked if you guys were ever recipients. That's so weird. I'm trying to plug my phone in. Of like a food train. Because I was making that soup. And someone in the comments commented that they hadn't been an official food train, but that they had received a lasagna from Lasagna Love. So I was like, what the heck's Lasagna Love? And I'll have to get her name and put it somewhere. Or their name. I think it was a woman. So of course I had to look up what the heck is Lasagna Love. So my research shows that Lasagna Love was started during the pandemic. Am I allowed to say that? I don't think I'm cool enough to get like flagged or anything. It was started during the pandemic, and it was started to help her neighborhood out, her community. And it was taking lasagnas to people who needed it. And since then they're I believe in 3 countries, and you can sign up to either receive a lasagna or to make one. So I was like, well, of course I have to sign up to make someone a lasagna. Like, I can't read the website, think it's cool, love spreading kindness, that's their whole thing, is spreading love and kindness. I can't stand with them and not make a lasagna. So I signed up, and the next morning I had a match. And how it works is, well, so far, because this is my first time, you get matched and it tells you a little bit about the family, how many people, a little description, and then any dietary things or whatnot. So this is a family of 4, and they requested a vegetarian lasagna. And I'm not going to talk about their reasonings or whatnot for needing it, because that's not my business to share. But, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to have a reason on this website. You can literally just sign up if you need. Say you don't have groceries. I don't know. You can sign up. There's no questions asked, I don't think. So she had been signed up since that. Uh-oh. You okay? She's okay. I might have to give her a kiss. They'd been signed up since the 8th, and I joined the 14th. You're okay? Oh, you bonked your head? Mwah. You okay? She bonked her head. Are you okay? Are you okay? You got a bonk on the head? Are you alright? Okay, good. Can you go play? March? Okay, go march. So I contacted her, and I'm taking her a lasagna tonight. We are at the learning our feelings stage. So we like to pretend that we're crying. And that's okay, but it's really loud. So she needs vegetarian. So what I thought I would do is I have these slime. Remember they came from the food pantry in like a pack like this. There was like 9 million of them. We're going to do the meat out of this. I loosely blended up half of that big can of tomatoes that you guys all told me were amazing. So that's going to go in our sauce. And then a long time ago, I went to this co-op closer to Salt Lake, on the other side of Salt Lake, and they had a case of these, and they came to $1 each. So I think they might be out of date at this point. Just by a little bit. October. So I grabbed these, and I love this container, or this jar, because it has measurements on them. So I love to save these ones. So we're going to make a quick lasagna. And then we'll run it over later. It has been snowing all day. It was a snow day at school because of how bad it was. But Josh went to work, so I'm hoping when he gets home, obviously he's not going to be stuck in the snow like I am, and I'll just have him run it. And it's only about 3-minute drive. So that's what we're doing today. So I guess we will just hang out and chit chat for a little bit and make this lasagna. I have my pan going, and I just have some carrots, celery, and onion cooking. We're gonna let that cook down a little bit. And I am by myself right now, and the kids are right where I can see them there. One's laying, she's laying on the floor. She also likes to pretend to sleep. So I might have to run over there. But we are going to make this for them, and then we will make one for ourselves. And then I'm gonna freeze a third one if I have enough. So I did have to run. I ran and just grabbed these because easy. And then I grabbed, this has 2 trays in it with lids. So we're gonna do that. And then I needed to grab some cheese. But we're gonna try to use most of what we just have around the house. In their how-to section, they do have a section for helping to save money while cooking, which I thought was really cool. And you can actually go to certain stores with their IRS number, I'm assuming for a nonprofit, and you can use it at the store, which I thought was also really cool because they talk about how you can do bulk buying and to make multiple lasagnas to put in your freezer. But I thought this would be a really, 1, good dinner for us, and 2, awesome way to help someone in our community who may be in need. So those are softened. I'm just going to throw these in, and even though they're in the shape of patties, that doesn't matter. It is still meat. So we are going to throw them in and then just mash them up. I would have started this much earlier in the day. It is almost 4, but actually I want to take out these veggies and I want to brown the meat separate because I don't have a big enough pan to make 3 spaghetti sauces worth of sauce. I was doing it in my Dutch oven, but I don't have enough room to space it. So let me do that. Okay, I got that in a bowl separate. Now we're just going to get a little bit more oil in our pan. And we're going to brown up this meat, or meat. Sweet girl, that's not your jacket. That's why it doesn't fit. That's Gracie's jacket. It used to be your jacket. Whoa, you actually got it on your body. That's amazing. Is it a little bit tight? You can't move your arms. Let me wash my hands. I don't know if I finished that thought because she's wearing a size 3 to 6 month jacket right now and she's not happy about it, but she's the one who put it on and doesn't want to take it off. And now she's stuck. I feel like it could be one of those posts you see like, why did my toddler cry today? Because she put a jacket on she wanted to wear and wouldn't let me take it off. And it was uncomfortable. Alright. Almost have these in there. I'm just throwing the garbage in my sink right now. So we're going to break this stuff up. I wish I had the bouillon that's vegetarian beef flavor, just to give it that flavor, but I don't have that. So you can see it really does have that meat texture. And I'm just breaking this up. I did all of those patties. I want to say, I thought we got like 40 pounds or something like that. I want to say each patty was 1/4 pound. So there was 5 patties in each one, I think. So it's probably about, seems like a little bit more than 2 pounds of meat. So we're going to get this cooked up. We need some salt. And I did not salt the vegetables that I just cooked, so I'm going to put a little extra salt in this. And then I was trying to have everything ready, but she didn't get back to me. We had arranged a time for me to take it to her, and I didn't hear from her today, so I was not going to make it because they don't have a way to warm it where they're staying. So I needed to make sure that I could take it hot. And when I didn't hear, I didn't want to do it. So that is why we have a late start and I am not prepared. But that was garlic, pepper, salt, some basil, you know, we got to do the mint. Some thyme. And some sage. So I'm just cooking this meat. Once I get this done, I'll throw back in the carrots, celery, and onion. I didn't know if it was really loud with it that close. Plus, I'm sure you all know what browning meat looks like. I know that going to the food bank is what a lot of people like to see. I honestly haven't been. We have been snowing since that last video that I made, and it's just really cold. It was 12 degrees yesterday when we went to school. And it's really hard because you can't have the kids in their coats in the car seats because that's not safe. But they have to wear their coats out, and then you're supposed to take their coats off in the cold car, and that doesn't make any sense. So I try to have it a little bit warm, but without being out there, I don't really feel comfortable with my car running. Plus, in Salt Lake, you're not allowed to let your car idle for more than 2 minutes. It's actually against the law. So I haven't really been trying to go anywhere if I can help it because I don't want to take them out in the cold. Especially, that was an arm workout. I'm going to grab the cheese and we're going to start grating that. And then we'll let this come together and we'll put it together. Okay, so this is pretty good. I'm not even going to taste it because after we put the sauce in and stuff, it's going to change the flavor profile anyways. But that's the texture. It looks just like ground beef. So we're going to add in our veggies back in. And then let that come together. I thought about doing just like a vegetable type of lasagna. But I thought, you know what, I have this, and from the sound of their situation, they probably are not able to go get fake meat, and fake meat can be expensive. So I thought this would be a perfect treat. So we have that. I'm going to add in these diced tomatoes. I have the diced tomatoes mixed in. We're going to add in our sauce. This is just tomato basil sauce. I have 2 jars. I do have a couple more jars downstairs if I need to grab it. But we will see in a second when I get this all mixed up. I really hope that my pan is big enough. We are close. We are almost overflowing. I put a little bit of water in both of these. We're going to shake them up to get all the rest of that out. And I turn my oven down to low. So added those in. So now we're all nice and cleaned out. Give it a mix, and then I might need more. I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to make it in the bathtub or something. Next, I'm gonna add in, you know how we do with our balsamic glaze. A little bit of that. Sitting on my counter. I'm pretty sure my tripod is broken. So, but I need to stir in this balsamic, and I'm not sure if I hit record because when my phone fell. So I put a little bit of balsamic glaze that I had added before my phone fell, and then I really couldn't use the tripod. So give me a second to stir this in, and then I will move you from this horrible view. I don't have anywhere to put you, so you're in the cabinet. Let me show you what this looks like. So this is the sauce so far. I would like it to be a little bit more saucy. So I might have to go grab another container, but you can see how full the pan is. I forgot to hit record. I just tasted it. It tastes really good. We added a little bit more salt, pepper, basil, sage, and thyme. And I think it's tasting pretty good. I was going to add spinach. I don't think I'm going to add spinach because of the lack of liquid. I was able to rig the tripod with a paper towel under it. Let me show you what it looks like. So there's the sauce. It's pretty tasty. And I'm just going to let all those flavors come together, and then we'll plate up this lasagna. While that's cooking down, I'm going to shred this cheese, and then we'll be back. So I'm going to quadruple it because we're making 3 lasagnas, and I would rather have more than enough than not enough. So I have my butter melting, and then we're just going to add the flour in, get a roux, add the milk, add some salt, nutmeg, and that'll be our white sauce, which is much cheaper than a ricotta. And you can use margarine instead of butter. You could use powdered milk if you needed to. There's a great way to make lasagna and skip that ricotta that can be expensive. Or you could do cottage cheese. I don't have that. So this is what we're doing. I really need a bigger whisk. Okay, so we have our 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of flour. And then we will whisk that together and then add our milk and our seasonings. I'm gonna make sure that there's no chunks. We don't want this to burn, so it's on super low. And you want it to be kind of like, wait. I lied. We need 4 more tablespoons. No. It's the same. Wait, my math is off. All right, I totally did the math wrong. I'm glad I caught that. I had 6 tablespoons of butter in there because there's 2 tablespoons left. I had to go look at the pack. And I need to have 2 more tablespoons of flour because I only had 4, and it is equal parts. So 6 tablespoons of flour would be 6 tablespoons of butter. I was wondering, I was like, it should be like a paste, and then I was like, this is not looking pasty. Okay, so we're not quadrupling it, we are tripling it. So in that case, we would need 3 3/4 cups of milk. That's better. That's more like a roux. I think it's because I cut it into 4 cubes to get it to melt. So that's what threw me off. Because my milk is measured correctly. So I don't know. Okay, we have that. We're still on low heat. Let's turn it down just a little bit. Our oven is ready. We have our milk. And I like to do it slowly so you can get all those chunks dissolved, because you do not want a chunky roux. So like a cup at a time. Constantly stirring. Because butter, flour, and milk all can burn pretty quickly. Making sure we're getting all of those lumps. No, it's not very exciting just to watch a pan of stuff getting stirred. So I'm going to get this stirred up and then I will show you what it looks like. That pretty good. This is our consistency. It's like a thinner sauce, like a cheese sauce almost. We're going to add some salt. A little bit of nutmeg. And I don't have very much white pepper. I don't have any white pepper. Be careful, it's hot over here. And some pepper. Then because I have these oven ready noodles, I am going to go get another just plain jar of spaghetti sauce. And I'll just pour a little bit on the noodles and then put the meat sauce on the top. Just because I want them to cook. Okay, let's taste this again. Perfect. I'm gonna go grab that and then we'll put this together. So my big kid was playing a game on the computer and she is kind of obnoxious when she does that. So I didn't even attempt to record sound. That is why we are doing a voiceover. And I ran away and hid in another room to try to do this real quick. And then my audio wouldn't work. So now the 2-year-old is with me. So you might hear her. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting the lasagna together. And when I say layers, I mean like the set of layers. The noodle, the meat sauce, the cheese, the white sauce. So I do about 3 layer sets. This is my first one I'm building up. I do put a little bit of plain sauce on there because of my sauce being a little thicker. I wanted to make sure that those noodles actually cooked. And it's kind of awkward how I'm doing this because I had to keep the white sauce on low so it wouldn't clump up. And it's not going on beautiful. Sorry, I just had to take a drink. It's not going on beautiful, but as it cooks, it's going to blend all together. And that's the good thing about lasagna, is it doesn't have to look beautiful because it all molds together in the oven. I decided instead of doing mozzarella as my cheese layer, I was just going to do a little bit of Parmesan. Sometimes I feel like lasagnas can be just too mushy or oily. If you have an oilier meat, your meat is a little more fatty and you have all that cheese. So I decided let's just do a light layer of parm, and that will hopefully help cut that, and it really did. It was really good. I really liked how that turned out. After I do the first layer, I do 2 more of the layers. again, the 3 or 4 components. And I cover it with foil. And then I baked it at 425 for 30 minutes covered. Then I uncovered it for 15 minutes with mozzarella cheese on there, just to get it nice and golden and melted. And it turned out perfect. It was really good. And there we have it. What it looks like. It smells super good. I'm getting ready to take it over now, and I hope they enjoy it. Also, I dropped my phone in the sauce on ours, so now it won't charge. Fun. See you later.